YouTube, it is I, Robert G. I'm slow motion out the potion trying to get to the ocean. I'm finna talk to y'all real slick like a pimp. Can you dig it? Look, the goal that your narcissistic mothers want from you, if you are a man, see this a message for my men up out here. See, the goal that your narcissistic mothers want from you as a man is your individuality and your freedom, your sense of self. Meaning, see, narcissistic mothers, your narcissistic mother, her goal is to completely psychologically and mentally abuse you and rob you of your sense of self to get you to be codependent on her. But it's not just only that. See, they emotionally abuse and neglect you in a way to get you in a way that makes you develop an irrational way of thinking. See, look, I'm finna be honest here. The truth is, y'all mothers is toxic because they chose to be toxic. They toxic because they wanted to be toxic, meaning they didn't want to self-reflect. They didn't want to look in a mirror. They didn't want to do that because they can't handle the fact that because if they self-reflect, if they looked in a mirror, they gonna know one thing, that it wasn't the people around them, it was them. They was the problem. But see, this the thing, narcissistic mothers, their ego won't allow them to self-reflect because they feel as though they don't have to. It's the sense of entitlement in the self-centeredness that these women possess. They don't feel they have to self-reflect. It scares them and intimidates them. So they gonna run away from that. Because guess what? The problem is not, let me tell you something, the problem is not, it ain't the daddy, it ain't the child, it's the mother. But this is the thing, she'll never do that. She'll never self-reflect because she feels as though she don't have to. And that's where the problem begins. And that's when things go downhill. That's when that happens, when it's your mother, the relationship between you and your mother, if you're a man, it's gonna be forever stagnating because it's gonna be off balance. Period. And it'll never be balanced. The only way you gonna be able to free yourself is if you free yourself from that situation. If you a man. Because if you remain in that situation, she gonna continue to rob you. Because that's her goal. Yeah. So like I say, they gonna do everything in their power to try to get you to accept toxic behavior as the normal and try to get you to accept the fact that they are toxic. Meaning your mother's gonna try to get you to accept the fact that they toxic. They're gonna try to get you to accept that as the norm. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. Who do you think we are? We're not doing that. I mean, maybe somebody we can do it, but not to a real OG, triple OG. We not doing that. We don't even come with instructions. We straight PIMPs out here. We was born with it. Ain't no woman finna come up in here and get me to accept something that's wrong. You're not finna get me, you're not finna get me to, you can't use rationalization as a defense mechanism in order to get me to accept something wrong is right. No. That's what they gonna try to do though. I promise you that's what they gonna try to do. But see, to a man that's cut, it's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen. I don't care who you are. Who said you was my mother to begin with? You just gave birth to me. I never said that. You probably thought that. And you probably still do think that, but you're not. The older you get, you're gonna find out just how much you mean nothing. Yeah. And see, this the thing. I love this thing. We love you. This thing, we love y'all. But in this, look, we love y'all and we forgive y'all. We been forgave y'all, but at the end of the day, we not gonna forget. I ain't showing up to that hospital either. And I ain't showing up anywhere with a black suit. I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm gonna be on vacation somewhere talking about life is great, knowing damn well I'm not thinking about you because you a toxic person. Anyway, look, you gotta understand something. If you a man and if you allow a woman to have authority over you, you lose all sense of manhood. You lose your sense of manhood. You lose your manhood. You do. You ain't got to go to jail to lose your manhood. Nah, you lost your manhood at home because your mama took it. She straight up took it. The daddy gone. And even if this is the thing, even if your daddy was there, who's to say that he was a team player? Because even though your daddy probably was there, who's to say he was a real man? That's what I'm saying. You have to understand something. There's two types of men on that walk this planet Earth. Real men. You got your real men, and you got your little girls. Because they not men, they little girls. They just look like men, but they girls. Now, because your mother psychologically and mentally abused you to the point to where you cannot comprehend what's right from you can't comprehend what's right from wrong, because guess what? Your mother raised you in a way that was wrong. She never showed you genuine love. She never showed you. She was never a true nurturer. She was never a real woman. The only thing that she displayed to you throughout your childhood was toxicity. She liked that. This the thing. This the thing. Narcissistic mothers get off on that. They like that. They don't like love. They like toxic. They love that. That's why they want to project and pass it on to you. And because of that, if you're a man, you lose touch of reality. You lose touch of what love really is. You also lose touch of your manhood and your true masculine nature due to the fact that your mother just robbed you of that deliberately. And she psychologically and mentally abused you in a way to where you can't comprehend what's right from wrong anymore. You can't comprehend what's right or wrong anymore, because guess what? What's wrong to you is now the norm. You think toxic is the norm now because she taught you that. She raised you to believe that toxic was the norm. You have now been raised in a way of evil. You have now been raised in a way of deceit. And guess who did it? Your mom. We ain't talking about daddies right now. We ain't talking about them. We talking about your mamas. So you got to understand something. Narcissistic mothers, they don't want love. They don't want love. And I'm going to keep saying this. They don't want love. They want worship. They want worship. You got to remember they're Jezebels. They get elated by having a man under their control. Point blank period. Whether that's their son, husband, whatever. If a man is under a narcissistic woman control, they get off by that. That turns them on. That elates them. That makes them happy. They're not happy, but it's a false sense of happiness. It just boosts their ego. Remember, they don't possess love and they don't want love. They want worship. So if that means robbing their son of their livelihood and their sense of self, they gonna do that. Misery loves company. So look, if you are a man and you grew up with a narcissistic mother, or you dealt with her, and if you ain't in contact with no more, you gotta understand something. Remember how go back a few years back in your childhood. Go to your childhood years. Go to your teenage years and remember and think about the times how she used to talk to you. Remember how your mother used to talk to you. Look, did she talk to you like you was her son? Meaning, did you have a emotional connection with your mother to where you can talk to her about anything because she was a good listener and she was a good nurturer, and you knew for a fact that you was comfortable talking with her because you can be open with her. You didn't have to be guarded with this mother because this was a nurturer. This was a real woman. You can be open because this is your mother. Could you have deep, meaningful conversations with this woman? Could you tell this woman your business? Could you tell this woman your deepest and darkest secrets? Just something to think about. Or number two, did she talk to you in a way that made you uncomfortable? Meaning, did she talk to you in a way that made you uncomfortable to the fact that you knew for a fact this not how a mother's supposed to talk to her son? This not you talking to me like I'm your husband. You talking to me like I cheated on you and left you with all these kids. Why are you talking to me like I'm your husband or something? Yeah. A lot of people gonna come to the realization that y'all mama was talking to y'all like y'all just cheated on her and left her with like 5 kids. Y'all, a lot of y'all gonna come to the realization that y'all mother wasn't talking to y'all because she was listening to y'all and she was a good listener. No, she was talking to you like she was talking to you like you just stole her like you just came up in and cheated on her like you was in a relationship with her. Some sick stuff. And that don't sit, and see, that's the thing, that don't sit right with individuals, because at the end of the day, we know what love is, and we know what genuine love is, and we know what compassion is. We know what compassion is. We know what understanding is. We know what righteous is. And I'm finna be honest, y'all, these women, y'all not righteous. Y'all don't have good souls. They sick in the head. Point blank period. They sick, and I'm not finna be sick with you. Cause I'm finna be honest. I don't care who you are. I'm finna be honest. I talk. I'm finna be. Look, I don't care who you are. Like I say, I don't care who you are. You not. Hey, I'm not your slave. You not finna talk to me. Look, you not finna punish me for something that I didn't do and I didn't know. Point blank period. Cause I'm gonna reverse it on you. You not finna punish me for something I didn't know. You not finna treat me. You not finna treat me bad and I'm not finna suffer from another man's mistakes. Point blank period. I'm not suffering from another man's mistake. And if you try to get me to suffer from another man's mistake, I'm sorry. I'm finna be honest. I'm gonna have to take it there with you. And I'm gonna have to take it there with you. Cause now I consider you a threat. Don't worry, I got females for females. Like I say, I just tell my future wife, whoever that might be, I just tell my future wife, hey, look, you know you gonna have to, hey, can you please beat this woman up for me? Can you please beat her? I want them like, Robert, that's your mother. That's not my mother, but this the thing, I still want you to do it. Look, I need you to stump her out for me. Please stump her for me, because I can't do it. But you my wife, you can do it. Look, isn't that romantic knowing that ain't that so romantic knowing that you got a woman out there that'll just slide on women for you? That's some gangster shit. Anyway, say, you gon' remember how she used to talk to you, because a lot of men know one thing, they ain't used to talk to you like, your narcissistic mothers, they don't talk to y'all like their mothers, they talk to y'all like y'all some dogs, like they treat us like we some dogs. This thing, she gaslighted you. She projected the qualities of the man she was attracted to until you. She ain't doing nothing but projecting your daddy or the man that she was attracted to until you, for the simple fact that she couldn't keep him. See, this the thing. Narcissistic mothers, they don't know. They could never teach you how to be a man, and they'll never show you real motherhood, for the simple fact that if you a man, they couldn't get nor keep a man, for the simple fact that they ran every man off. They ran them off. And even if your daddy was a deadbeat, so be it. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Point blank period. If you want this, if you was stand, it's who you stand with. If you was staying with your daddy, if you're a deadbeat, it's your daddy. But if you was staying with your mother, it was your mother, because she took her anger and frustration out on you. At all costs. She still do it to this day. Until she meet an individual that don't give a rat's about her. Unapologetically. And I love it too. See, this thing, it's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you something. It's a beautiful thing not caring about people that's toxic. It's a beautiful thing, because they think, oh my God, it's beautiful. And I love that situation. I love when people try to use their title against me and be like, let's say, oh, you my mother. No, you're not my mother. You think you're my mother. You the enemy. But I allow you to think what you want to think. You're so dumb. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my life. Just don't come over here playing with me, because guess what? I'm going to show you you're not my mother. I'm sorry. This is just the way it is. I'm sorry. The energy that you give out, that's what you're going to get back in return. Meaning, I'm not going to be negative with you, but I'm not going to play with you either. Because guess what? You was trying to play with me. And guess what? You didn't care about this thing. They didn't care about child. See, this thing, they didn't care about child since birth. Since you came out the womb. I'm the definition of keep that same energy. How come I'm the only one that's keeping the same energy? Because I'm sure gonna be the one keeping the same energy. But like I say, y'all mothers, they gonna make it their mission to train y'all in a way of they failed partnerships and they failed relationships. Y'all mothers weren't interested in teaching y'all how to become a real man because they, like I said, they couldn't get nor keep a real man. And they knew it. They knew it. So they make it their mission to rob y'all of y'all masculine energy and y'all manhood. See, this the thing, and if that happens, a boy that was raised in that sadistic way of parenting gonna lose himself. He gonna lose himself, and he gonna lose his sense of manhood. He gonna lose his sense of masculinity. He gonna completely lose himself, and he gonna become a slave to his narcissistic mother, becoming codependent on her. It's about control with these people. And if a man is psychologically and mentally abused to the point to where he's completely codependent on his mother, and it's okay to allow his mother to think for him and feel for him because he was emotionally abused and neglected throughout childhood. He can't handle, he can't handle true emotions because he's not in control of his emotions. His mother is in control of his emotions. He doesn't think for himself anymore. He's not in control. He don't know how to feel. He don't know how to think. It was taken from him. Point blank, period. And if a man accepts toxic behavior as the norm due to the fact that his mother shown him that, and if a man is manipulated into thinking that manipulating others to get what he desires or what he want out of people is normal, and playing a victim when being held accountable because he won't hold himself accountable because he was never taught that due to the fact that his mother never shown him how to hold himself accountable because she never held herself accountable. His daddy, we don't care about him. He was nowhere to be found. Even if he was there 9 times out of 10, he still didn't show him. You're gonna have to learn that on your own. The fact of the matter is people gonna learn that on their own. No, because it's people like playing a victim. Playing a victim is a drug, and if a man loves playing a victim, something wrong. That means you don't want to hold yourself accountable. That means you love not self-reflecting. That means you love playing a victim. That's female characteristics, for it is in her nature to weep. Look, if you see any of these things in a man, or because this is what you're gonna see. This is what happens when narcissistic mothers raise their sons. If you see any of these traits and characteristics in a man, he's no longer a man. He's a female. That's not a man no more. He's a female. He might look like a man on the outside, but on the inside, he has taken on a role as a feminine woman because he was raised in a way of a little girl. That's why it's a whole lot of simps walking around. That's why it's a whole lot of crybabies and little wimps walking around, because guess what? They look like men, but they little girls on the inside. And if you a woman, you gonna start seeing it. You're gonna be like, man, this dude act like one of my homegirls. He act like my sister. I know, because he is your own girl. He is your sister. And he love it. And guess who did it? Bingo, his mother. She did it. She sure did it. Because it's about control. It's about control with narcissistic mothers. They're miserable. They are very miserable people, and misery loves company. So they're gonna try to make it their mission to make their sons miserable. And guess who's gonna be their company? Their sons. So both y'all miserable. Misery loves company. See, narcissistic mothers, they're masters of deceit. They masters of deceit. They know exactly what they doing to their sons. I promise you they do. They know exactly what they doing. They know exactly what they doing. And see, the sons, they gonna forever be blinded. They gonna forever be blinded. for the simple fact that they endured very hard psychological, mental, and emotional abuse throughout their childhood on up that led on up into adulthood. It's thick now. You gotta understand, they was programmed. They was programmed in order to serve that woman no matter what. Narcissistic mothers not raising men. They not raising men. No, they're programming them in order for them to be mentally and emotionally bound on them forever. Witchcraft. This is programming here. This is something way bigger than psychological. This is bigger than psychology. It's spiritual. It's never been get out of here. It's spiritual. This is programming. This is witchcraft that these witches is using on their sons. Point blank period. It's gonna have to take a very special individual like me to get on up out that thing. Y'all ever seen the movie Blade? I'm Blade in the situation, meaning, see, you got your vampires and you got your regular people. See, Blade, he was full of see, this is the thing. He was a half-breed. See, I'm a half-breed. I got all, see, this the thing. I got all the, see, this the thing. I got all the power and no weaknesses. I got no weaknesses in all the power. So I'm just I'm a special case. But anyway, yeah, and if you are a woman, let me tell you something. If you are a woman, you're going to have to stay away from them. You're going to have to stay away from them because guess what? They're going to screw your life up. They're going to screw your life up because guess what? Guess what? You will never be the number one woman in his life. No, his mama is going to always be the number one woman in his life. He gonna let it be known that. And guess what? You're not gonna be made the center of the relationship. She gonna be made the center of the relationship. This thing, if you a woman and if you dating a girl disguised as a man, because they not a man, they girls. They just look like men. They look like men, but they females. They females. They not men. They gonna come in, if you a woman, they gonna come in and mess your life up. And guess who gonna help him? Not his friend, not his daddy, not his coworker. No, the mama. Because look, it's her way or no way. You gotta understand something. She think for this man. She feel for this man. This is what narcissistic mothers do. This is why they don't like us. This is why women don't like men like us in general, because we cannot be controlled. We don't come with instructions. But if we talking family, you can't use family against me. Hey, I'm putting y'all on game too. I really don't supposed to be telling y'all this because this shit is forbidden. This is forbidden knowledge. I'm telling you, this is forbidden. A man that you look, this man see through manipulation and witchcraft. This man you can't use projection against me. You can't gaslight me. Because I see it, but most importantly, I know who I am. You can't even use your title against me. You can't even use being a mother against me because you're not my mother. You think you are. You not, but you not though. What you gonna do? Get mad because I outsmarted you? And I chose to protect my inner peace. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Get upset? So be it. You ain't gonna do nothing. So like I say, we got females for you females. Stay blessed.